Herbo, PTSD, just dropped February 28th. This album, Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder, it does feel like you have leaned into being able to look back at what y'all was going through coming out of Chicago and trying to, A, escape the violent neighborhoods y'all was raised in and grew up in and was born into, and B, trying to navigate becoming adults, because a lot of your friends didn't make it.
And that's absolutely what it's about, because I'm a product of that, man. I used to leave outside every day not knowing if I'm going to make it home or not. So my music always really been about navigating through those, you know what I'm saying, those situations and wanting better. And I think I'm able to talk about my vulnerability in the album in ways where I could help other people understand, like, oh, no, because a lot of times rappers and artists, when we got big influence, they look at us like we don't face these same problems that they face, or, you know, endure a lot of the same hurt that a normal human being would. So I wanted to really spread light on that and say how I overcame and I embrace my problems and my flaws. And I feel you should too if you want, you know what I'm saying, to help yourself.
I love that. You got samples.
Yeah.
Why are you using samples on this album? That's not something that you always, I mean, you've done it, but there's a lot more on this project.
If you never heard my music a day in your life, you'd be like, oh, I get what this kid is saying. You know what I'm saying? I understand, I feel it. I like this sample once before. He followed up behind this. He must know hip hop. He must, you know what I'm saying, got a story to tell. He must really take his craft serious, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was important for me to do, and I just wanted to, like, mostly pay homage to these legends, you know what I'm saying? I want Hove to hit me over his records. I want Kiss, I want Beanie to hit me over these records, you know, so it was important for me to do that.
Y'all were a part of what was known as the original drill sound and scene.
Yeah.
Now fast forward, Brooklyn got a drill scene.
Yeah.
UK got a drill scene.
Yeah, it's like it did a full circle. It kind of went from Chicago over to London, then right back to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was even on it when they was in London, you know what I'm saying? Like all the artists, they used to wear the mask over their face, and I was listening to it, you feel me? I was checking for it, but what they doing right now in Brooklyn, I love it, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's fire, right?
Yeah.
The sound is, well, I gotta say too, like the production. Look, man, I didn't even know that drill was just straight gun rap.
Yeah,
you know
basically.
what I mean? For like, it was the new version of some real gangster rap, like street gun rap. I didn't even pick that up until like 3 years into the thing, where I was like, oh, because I'm listening for the beat. I'm listening for, oh, this must be a certain beat, and it's like, nah, it is. But it is also, you know what I'm saying, the content.
The thing with, like, how it was kind of complicated with me with drill, because that was our life, you feel me? We was really running and gunning when we was kids, and that's what we was up against every day. You know, I really started losing my homies at 14, 15 years old. We were embracing it and kind of like putting a magnifying glass over it. I feel other people looked at us as influence, and they wanted to be that when they didn't have to. I feel when I started to see that, I started to embrace, like, all right, I want to do real live rap too, like, where I could help you with this. Like, all right, yeah, drill, this cool. This is what we do. This is what we are, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, this is what we can be, you feel me? And I think we on some, you know what I'm saying, substance rap.
Now, you said you use a Kiss sample on the album.
Yeah.
Which
That's
track?
Feelings. That's Feelings. I used to Still Feel Me.
Yeah, man. Now, have you played it for Jadakiss?
It was crazy. I just seen him this weekend, All-Star. And I was just walking trying to see what was going on, and he grabbed me, like, man, I love the record. I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
so it's gonna be a remix?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking forward to it. You know, you could get that, big bro.
Yo, let me get that.
I'm gonna get you that, man. But nah, just for him to be, like, he told me, like, bro, it's hard. And I feel the reason why he said that, because that was one of his most vulnerable tracks, where he was talking about his relationship in his hood and how he can't leave some of that alone, and his relationship with his father and just stuff that's personal to him. I was addressing a lot of that in my music.
PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Have you had any professional conversations about your PTSD? Like, you go to a therapist?
No, I'm clinically diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. I've been seeing my therapist for over a year now. And I wasn't with it at first. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, man, I'm not about to go explain myself or really open up to somebody who from a whole nother background, who probably wouldn't understand what I got going on, but I will refer it to people, because it's good to tell your story to somebody from a whole nother background that don't know nothing about it, because 9 times out of 10, they probably only seen it in movies. It's like not normal to them at all. Talking to her about stuff. I seen my first murder at 9 years old. I got shot at 16 years old. My homie started dying, like dropping like wildflies, 2010 on up, you know what I'm saying? So I always been suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and didn't know. So when I'm explaining this stuff to her, she's really like, she telling me to embrace it in a way, like, don't run from it, embrace it, embrace these situations, embrace everything that you're going through with your son's mom, because it's not normal, you feel me? Like, I've been self-medicating. I was addicted to Xanax, Percocet, lean, all of that, you feel me? Because we go through this stuff. I still had to go to school the next day after I got shot. I still had to go to school after my homies got killed and take tests, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we immune to it in such a way where it's normal. We immune to this sickness where it's normal. When you get immune to a sickness, you could die, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like we got to break that cycle.
The way your beginnings are and what you've learned about yourself, somebody else's beginnings might have had all the resources in the world.
Yeah.
They might have had all the money in the world, but they done got traumatized by something else. I look at people that had all the resources in the world, and I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
Like, you got everything.
Nah, for sure.
But it's relative.
Yeah, it's definitely relative because they deal with, they hurt in a certain way. The definition of PTSD don't have to necessarily do with killing or violence. It's just
Trauma.
a traumatic event that constantly replay in your head and you don't know how to, get through it. And I read something and they were saying like that's how the devil capture a lot of us because the average human attention span is like 8 seconds. Life hits you hard. That's when we go into that sunken place because our attention span is, oh no, just drink, you'll forget about it.
Yep.
Pop this pill, you'll forget about it. You know what I'm saying? And then it just comes to it's a continuous.
It ain't going away.
Yeah, it ain't going away. You're going to wake up the next day, still feel like a failure. Oh, pop this pill again, you'll forget about it. And then the next day, the same cycle over and over again.
No, 21's another person that I've watched completely figure out how to be a man in this game. Y'all cats is 24, 25, 26. You got 15, 16-year-olds looking at y'all.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's how I'm going to move. I'm going to do that.
Coming from where we come from, everybody not going to be able to figure it out. Like you said, everybody don't have that intuition to maneuver and overcome a lot of these obstacles. So I feel like when you do have the opportunity and the resources to do so, and you can help people, they'll get it eventually. You know what I'm saying? They'll gravitate to it, but they probably just not the ones that's going to be able to go out there and create the opportunities for everybody. Me and Chance, I already been working with his foundation, and I'm building mine too because I feel he already got the blueprint for mental health, and we gonna do something real quick. I ain't gonna get like super into detail. We gonna build do an app where people, you know what I'm saying, because sometimes express their feelings. It's kind of like therapeutic too. We gonna do a lot more stuff, and we building a 10,000 square foot facility where we gonna turn into a real multimedia facility for after school and me having a facility, Chance already having the organization, so we gonna really just join together. One of my partners on it is, of course, who I'm already in business with, JB, Guion Foreman. He president of the Chicago Police Board. We're going to try to work with Lori Lightfoot, man, the mayor, because she trying to get the murders in Chicago, the murder rate under 400, man. I think we could do it, just with these influence and the resources, man, just get these kids out the street and show them more, because that's where it's coming from. I really think we could do it, though.
Kids want to know where the money at.
Yeah.
Kids, you sitting in that school every day and you like, man, you talking to me all about what I'm supposed to be doing, but where this money at?
Exactly. And this is what I know I'm talented at. I know I could do this. School is good. It's always good to have curriculum, but we need to teach these kids life skills, you know what I'm saying? How to really survive in these instances and how to embrace trauma. That's important for me and Chance to do that for the city. He already doing it. I'm doing it in a way where I'm embracing these kids who come from violent backgrounds because I was once that.
G Herbo, man, and Chance. So is it an album associated with this too?
I hope so, man. Chano, that's my brother. We always together in the studio. We work in the same studio. We got records. I think that's just a conversation, to be honest, man.